gosh, I'm so glad you're able to join us. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Hang tight and watch the book trailer. How many of y'all, this is your first time seeing the book trailer? If it's your first time seeing this in the seeing my book trailer, drop trailer in the chat. But I just want to welcome you all first and foremost and thank you for spending some time with me on this Stop Settling movement. This is my 90-day book launch party, and as you can see on the screen, this is the last one. So this is really special to me, and to have you here makes it even better because this book has been in the making for quite some time. Can I tell you that? All right, but we're here today, and I'm here to celebrate with you and the world this message on not to settle and that you were designed for greatness. So I just want to shout out to all that are here. Y'all know I'm hailing from Houston. If you didn't know, from Houston, Texas. I love to know who's in the room, who else is here, and where you're hailing from. Please share what part of the world you're hailing from so I can give a shout out to you. If there's anybody from New York, shout out to my New Yorkers. I am a former New Yorker. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. So shout out to all those that are here. Curio, Texas is in the house. Maryland is in the house. I love it. Thank you guys so much for showing up today. I'd also like to shout out to all those that have got the book. If you have got the book, I want you to drop book in the chat. This the hardcover. I think the hardcover is so sexy. Oh my gosh. This just sexy. It's just sexy. But if you've got the book, I like you to drop book in the chat. If you got just the first chapter, you can drop first chapter in the chat too. I'm celebrating you. Let me tell you right now, y'all are a part of this community where we will not settle and we will shine our light and help others to not settle and live the life that they were designed for. So I am, like I said, excited because this is the third book launch party that I'm having. And I just want to shout out to you all for being a part of this. You know, this is really big for me. If any of you know me, okay, I'm an engineer. I'm not a writer. And when the Lord told me to write this book, I hummed and hawed and I did all kinds of stuff. Okay, I did everything else but what He told me to do. And so finally, this book is out and released after 3 years of hard work, and still in the process to continue some other publications and format of that. So I just want to welcome you to the family of Stop Settling, welcome you to the movement of Stop Settling. And I want to shout out to you and let you know that I now will be sharing with you peace and productivity tips to get your mind right for the week. Every week I put out a mindset shift to be focusing on. And I encourage you, if you see somebody else that need it, share it with them, okay? Because in this world that we're living in, it's so important that we not get wrapped up in the world, but understand where we come from in the world. So I want to just let you know, I welcome you not only to this book party, but to the community of Stop Settling and Peace and Productivity. I'm going to tell you the agenda so you know what's going to happen today, so there's no surprises. We're going to go over book distribution. We're going to do a toast, okay? We'll do a toast, okay? So if you got a glass, I'm going to need you to get your glass, because you are a part of the Stop Settling, and we're going to take a toast to all those that will not settle. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you so much for showing up, love. I'm so glad to see you guys here. But like I said, grab your book, grab your cup, because we're going to do a toast. We're also going to talk about who this book is for. Okay, and we're going to talk about who am I, what's my story, what's your story, and just have some kind of conversation on this whole idea of settling. And then, of course, we're going to talk about what's next, and I'm going to share some gifts. So some of you, if you've invited friends or if you invited someone, I would like the person to say in the chat who invited them, and you will get a copy of Stop Settling, a signed copy of Stop Settling. And I see Volton is here too. He's got a signed copy. Hi, Volton. Thank you so much for showing up today. I really appreciate your presence. It means the world to me. And like I said, we're going to be giving out some gifts towards the end. So if you feel like you want to invite someone right now, it's not too late. Okay, invite someone, and then you too can get a friend. You too get a signed copy of the book. In addition to, if you write a review, if you have written a review or haven't written a review, I'm gonna give you the make it easy for you and let you know how you can write a review to help spread this message. And when you do, you'll get a signed copy of my first book that came out of me called Co-Create with Confidence. It was written in 7 days and published in 90. And that was just last year. So I would like to give you, if you write a review, a copy of my first book that came out. And it's really a book on how to leverage your voice, okay, and capitalize on your talents. And so we're going to dive into it. I've explained all the how-tos and what about, so let's just dive on in and tell you, okay, so every book, right, launched has its own website. Okay. And I'm kind of new, like I said, to this. So my book website is bookstopsettling.com. If you go to that book website, you're only going to get the digital download. Okay. So I just want to make that clear. Where it says order now, that's just the digital download, and it's instant. So if you haven't gotten it or you missed it and you didn't realize, just communicate to me and my team, and we'll make sure to give you a signed copy, a digital copy of the book so that you have it. I just want to make sure people are aware of that, because they think that it's a physical book at first, and I have to correct that and make that clear. And you also have to go to the about the author in order to get to the order now button. But if you want the physical copy of the book, right, because it is sexy. Did I show you how to book? It's sexy. Okay, so if you want the physical copy of the book, you can go to Amazon, and working with Barnes and Nobles as well to get it there, as well as Lulu. And yeah, I also am going to have an audible version of the book shortly. Now, let me just say this, okay? I wish the audio was me, okay? Because we know that people just don't sound like everybody else, but it's not me. So I just want to give that up front so everybody knows it's not my voice, it's somebody else's voice. And so, but the audio version will be coming out soon. And there is a Kindle version also available for those that like the Kindle version. And the reason I'm telling you this and sharing this QR code, because I have heard that some people have had trouble, including myself, to try and get the Kindle versions. So if you use this QR code, you can get the Kindle version. Awesome. Oh, thanks for sharing that, Sally. So here's what I'm going to do. So we talked about where to get the book, and and I want to thank anybody that's purchased the book openly and tell you thank you so much. And like I said, I'll give you the digital copy if you bought it from my website. So it's time to make a toast. It's time to make a toast, and I like to toast to the preface. So I know some of you have the book, but I'm just going to read the preface, and this is what we're toasting to. So if you haven't gotten your cup, okay, now's a good time to get your toast, because once I'm done with this preface, we're going to make a toast to the preface of the book and what it's about. It starts out like this: life is like a clock. No matter how much you try to slow down it or ignore it, the needles just keep ticking, explaining how time never stops for anyone. Much like a clock, life is constantly in motion, only stopping when it runs out of battery or perhaps life years. You might not understand it. With every hour, you are losing something, a little fragment of the past or part of yourself that you could have used for a better good. So why not avail all these opportunities and walk towards progression? In this slippery scope of our time existence, losing balance and getting distracted from the original track is quite easy. No matter what you are doing or where you are headed, certain things like doubts, fears, stress, anxiety, and even nervousness always gets in the way and stops you from achieving greatness. Sometimes it's the trauma from the past that also chains us down and makes us feel isolated in our own misery. However, it is time, my friends, to break free from all those chains and create a revolution for yourself. It is your chance to shine brightly against what your past and win through every circumstance. It's time to focus on your dreams and allow your hard work to pay off. It's your time to put yourself first and understand your worth. And this book is all about those things. It will tell you how to be there for yourself and find strength within yourself. No matter how difficult the situation gets, this book will keep pushing you to do better and, most importantly, to not give up. You can channel the greatness within you and transform yourself into becoming the best version of yourself through these words. It will encourage you to become the narrator of your own story instead of holding the mic for someone else. In short, this book will mark a great positive change in your life and will ask you to keep working towards self-growth and advancement. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you will not settle, hey, Alexis, thank you so much for joining. It's so good to have you in the house. We're about to do this toast for all those that will not settle. So if you have your glass, I would like you to unmute yourself. Yes, I said unmute yourselves because I want to hear us all say cheers. And what are we cheering to? Yes. We're cheering to not settling in our career. We're cheering to not settling in life. We're cheering to not settling in our parenting, not settling in our marriage, not settling in relationships and dreams placed in our heart for a long, long time. So if you're ready, please unmute your mic. You hear me? If you ain't got a glass with a fake glass, pull out your fake glass and let me hear you say cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, we will cheers to this. So what are the signs, right? This is important to me that we understand because some of us have experienced some of these signs, some of us experience all of these signs, and some of us see these signs in other people. And so when you see it up on the screen and it says you, I'm not talking to you because that's not y'all. Y'all not settling for nothing. But here are some up. Sharon, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us again. One of the signs is you're always giving excuses for your situations and actions. Okay. Have y'all ever seen someone that just got an excuse for everything? Oh, yeah, got an excuse for everything. Another sign is what you do is no longer challenging. Okay. I have been there. Okay. Where it just wasn't challenging anymore. That is a sign you are settling. The people in your circle have lower standards than the people you admire. I don't know about you, but there have been times I've been in environments when I've said, it's amazing. I like what she's doing there. And then the people in my environment have said, she doing too much. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But those are signs that you might be settling. Then there's you have given up on learning. And I hope that's no one ever. Learning is life. Life is learning. We're here to evolve. And so if anyone is giving up on the idea that they can or they could learn something, it's a sign that they're settling because that's why we're here, to evolve, to learn. And then there's constantly convincing yourself that you are happy when you truly, you know you're not happy, you know? And I call this the syndrome of, I call this, I'm the okay syndrome. Y'all, people ask you all the time, how you doing? You say, I'm okay, and really you're not, but you don't want to share with anybody. I understand. But at the end of the day, are you really happy? Are you really fulfilled? These are signs that you are settling. Faking fine. I love that. Thank you for sharing that in the chat. And this is an open dialogue. If something touches you and you want to share what's on your heart, please. This is not just me talking because I'm celebrating with you all who are not settling. And I love to celebrate you as well. You are always jealous of people doing better than you, or you just hate successful people all day long. Like you can't, I know some people who they're like, I don't understand even why she got that award. Or, I mean, there are people who just aren't happy, you know? And for whatever reason, because they're not happy, nobody else should be happy. I don't know what that's about. Moving on. Then there's, you have become problem oriented and completely blind to solutions. This is a problem because we may not realize it, but we are solution people. Like, we can find a solution. We are here to provide solutions. And so when we're constantly thinking that it's a problem, that's a sign that you are settling, or a sign that someone is settling. Let me know if any of these symptoms sound like signs you have seen in someone in the chat. If it's a sign you've seen as well on the screen, please drop signs in the chat. And then there's procrastination. It's taking you to Neverland. You say you're going to do something, but then it never happened. What happened? It just didn't happen. Okay. That procrastination is a part of you settling, and we want to overcome that. And I talk about that in the book as well. And then you have to quit. And then if you have quit dreaming big. Now, this is a tough one because I'm still struggling with this myself, but I talk about it in my first ever book or ebook called 5 Tips to Living Your Best Life. It's so important that we learn and embrace the idea of daydreaming. I know one person who has said that don't quit your daydream or job or something like that. And it's so true. Like, the idea of being able to create within your mind and to dream is a gift that we have. And I think it should be honored with everything that we do. That's why I call it the daydream. Like, you should daydream every day. And then you feel like you can do better. Man, if that's not a sign right there, let me tell you, a sign that you feel you can do better is always a sign that you might be settling. So I want to encourage you whenever you're feeling that kind of way, because that feeling is there to get you back into alignment. So my first book launch, I talked about the first section of the book, and it's about when you want to stop settling, you have to get into alignment. You have to get into alignment. And the best way to know that you're out of alignment is when you have feelings that just feel out of whack. So I encourage you to look at those feelings and figure out what the universe is trying to tell you so that you can get back into alignment. That's the first section. But let's talk a little bit about me, about the author, and then we're going to dive into the first chapter of the book as I reveal the first chapter to you guys. So who am I? I am Charlene Harry. I am none other than a wife to this beautiful man right here. We've been married for 21 years, okay? And we have 4 beautiful children from the ages of, yes, 3 to 19, okay? Ages 3 now and 2 19, and I've got 2 graduating this year. So I'm very busy, but I'm excited for our family. I am the daughter of 2 immigrants. I think mom is on the line. I'm going to give a shout out to my mom is on the line. Both of them immigrated from Panama. And, I have one sister. I already told Sally that she's on the line too. Still people say, that's my sister, but this my literal sister. Okay. So I got the family in the house, y'all. I'm so excited. Okay. So yes, I am siblings of 2. And I am the author of Co-Create with Confidence, as well as a digital companion on how to stay empowered on a daily basis. And I do that through my empowerment here. And I have a separate digital companion to help people understand how to do it on a daily basis. And that's a little bit about me, in addition to the fact that I am an engineer. I can't hold that back, okay? We have to be bold about the things that we've done. And so I am an industrial engineer. I got my my green belt in Lean Six Sigma through General Electric. I'm a former National Society of Black Engineers vice president. And I have also become a NAMCA certified speaker. I have some NAMCA fam in the house. So shout out to my NAMCA fams in the house. Shout out Alexis, shout out Brittany. And I've also had the opportunity and pleasure to speak at a number of different colleges with Alexis, as well at Jackson State University. I've spoken at CUNY, and out of the ones that participated in my survey, 100% y'all have found my sessions to be valuable. And some of the things that I talk about is how to amplify your voice in a world full of naysayers, how to elevate your time, and syllabus to salary. And that is so dear and near to my heart because of my story that we're going to get into. So let's jump right in. This is what y'all here for, a reveal of hearing me share. Oops, can't see y'all. Can y'all see me? of hearing me reveal the first chapter to you guys. So I'm gonna jump right on in. We're at 621. I'm not gonna read all of it, all of it, but I'm gonna dive into certain sections of it, starting on chapter 7. So listen in. As a young Black female aspiring to become an engineer, I rarely had interactions with other females of the same ethnicity and desires. While preparing and studying for it, I was certainly given the impression that I was about to go into a white male dominated field. There was a small amount of diversity in the ethnicity of those males, but still, they were all males. And I can remember I entered the manufacturing industry, and I will be forever grateful for it. During my time in this industry, I developed leadership qualities while being a part of General Electric's operational management leadership program. This program covered project management. It covered team leading. It covered negotiating, sourcing impact, e-business, environmental, health, and safety laws, while still under the direction of Jack Welch, the founder of the program himself. I excelled in obtaining my green belt in Lean Six Sigma while with General Electric. Individuals who own green belts are considered to be well skilled with the techniques of define, measure, analyze, improve or develop, control or verify, and carry out various processes within an organization. Therefore, I knew how to connect the dots from my experience in the engineering field and use what I learned in areas other than the one I was trained for. To gaining relevant experience, improving my expertise, I was awarded a managerial award and worked with a fantastic group of people. It provides a great deal of positive impact, yes or yes, if you are able to work in a mindset of those that are somewhat optimistic. If you agree with that, drop optimistic in the chat. Some place where they are not non-toxic to work with. If that is your desire, I desire for you to, because it can happen. It wasn't always a smooth path to get to where I am today. I have to admit that I had doubts when I first started as a young African female in a predominantly white male field. At one point, there had been a death in the family, and somehow it reminded me that tomorrow is just never promised. I also realized that along the way, engineering, it wasn't what I had predicted it to be. So I realized that something was missing. Not to mention the long hours I put in to ensure that I could show the management my commitment to their end result. As my mind evolved and I knew that my family would evolve too. However, I struggled to manage the many hours I put in with the time I wanted to afford my family. In contrast, I wanted something to challenge me and invoke a fire within me that would make me feel like I was giving back in a way that helped individuals on a personal level. Has anyone ever felt like that, where you want to do the work, right? But you also want to have there's other goals that you would like to do. It's not just about work. And I tell you, this book was written for those people. This book is written for that. That was me, okay? I knew that I wanted to work and make an impact in my job and where I was at, but there was more to it than just working. There was more to it than just being a mom. And so considering that finances involve math, which is one of my loves, I chose to move back home after my stepdad's death and explore a career as a financial advisor. Here, I will be able to assist people with their finances. It's a very near and dear topic to me. As growing up, I felt the urge to help my family without needing to go to them for financial reasons. I saw it too many times where people knew how to earn their income, but had no clue how to manage their future finances. Therefore, I desired to show people how to ensure they wouldn't need to switch jobs, but simply how to utilize the jobs that they had to ensure the retirement years were ahead of inflation. And so I got involved in insurance, annuities, and wills. And while practicing with the company that had hired me to do that, I realized I disagreed with the method in which they taught people to do it. Have you ever been there when you're working for somebody and they're telling you to do it one way and you're sitting there going, I don't think this is the way to do it? I didn't have an alternative at the time, but I knew there was another way. Somehow, in some way, the universe was trying to reveal to me what that alternative was. But in the meantime, I still needed to earn an income, okay? And I fell back on what I knew best, which was industrial engineering. However, this time I thought maybe the work-life balance was missing while working for corporate America. right? So the government boasted about jobs that encourage work-life balance, yes? Given that my husband was in the military, I know we have some military folks in here. If you're in the military, drop military in the chat. Working for the government allowed me to support the soldiers, right? Who fought for our freedom. So I decided to seek positions in the government, hoping the universe will reveal where I was meant to be with my talents. Little did I know that I was entering a different kind of good old boy network. When I saw a job with my degree as a title, I thought for sure. I thought for sure the universe was sending me a sign. Lo and behold, after several job announcements and several times of me applying, I got selected. Now, I completely understood it was going to be hard to get in. So, me being me, I started using my negotiation skills. I managed to find my way in. I talked to HR, who listened and advised me to keep applying. This time I got an interview and the job, which came with an automatic raise, y'all, and my probationary period, after my probationary period as an intern. And then you know what happened? New management came into town over the section that I was working with, and my boss decided to try to diminish everything about my character and abilities as an engineer. And it's funny, I can look at it now because I moved past it, but know that at that time, it was not an amusing matter. Okay, there were times where I would be around this boss and feel like she was choking the life out of me. She wanted me silenced. You hear me? She wanted me pretty much gone. And it seemed like she was making every effort for me. But I will not get into those details as those times are long gone. But I want to ask, has anyone ever felt like they've been in an environment where they have been challenged with their credentials? Drop credentials in the chat. Drop credentials in the chat. In other instances, I can distinctly remember qualifying for promotional positions during my engineering career by working hard and working smart. And despite being interviewed for the same position more than once, this is a different one now, I was not selected because I was not a part of the clique. The thing about me is that I separate work from personal matters because I do not force relationships to try to get a particular position. I prefer for my work to speak for itself, you know? However, as time progressed, I began, hey, Miriam, thanks for joining. I began to gain more experience. I realized that it wasn't what you knew, but who you knew that mattered in some cultures. I always knew that I wanted to become a person who can contribute to the community in any way through my work. And I know there are some of you guys here on the call who, you know, when you first started working, you wanted to make an impact. About you, but if you went to college, how many of y'all felt prepared? Because I'm telling you, people like Brittany Rashad, people like Bolton Simpson. Can we mute the mics, Allison? I hear some
Tim Hortons, and I had the soup deal, and I'm
okay. I got it. So I know that we know that the schools are preparing us. I know Alexis is doing a fantastic job of preparing us, and we feel like we're ready to make this impact when we get out of college. But for whatever reason, it feels challenged when you get there. And that's why I'm so passionate about being able to talk to students and empower them to be able to be prepared for that. So where was I? Others would often tell me, you know what they would tell me? That I was lucky to achieve this level of success without going through any hardships or trauma. People told me that I should, you know, you should just be happy with what you have, and you should not even strive for higher or, you know, keep going. Just be happy with what you got. And at that point, it felt like a spark had gone off inside me. I got angry beyond reason. I was being told to diminish my desire to achieve more of what I wanted. The point I'm trying to make here is the negative and positive effects, okay, of other people's behavior somehow awaken an even greater sense of purpose within me. I am designed for greatness. And I need you to know that you are designed for greatness. You hear me? That is what that spark was that ignited in me that day, is that I was designed for greatness. I began to learn productivity tools that I presented to upper management every chance I got. Then I got to thinking about why I was not even applying for promotions. Remember, I talked about acting like you good, but you're really not good. And why wasn't I even applying for positions? So thank goodness I continued my personal development and realized that a lot of the thoughts running through my mind were not even originally mine. You hear me? They were not even originally mine. They belonged to the people around me who were constantly telling me what was good for me. So instead, I started to listen to myself. Slowly but surely, I started to tune out the voices around me that were telling me to either settle or lower, settle for lower than what I desired, or they would question why I had the desire for greatness in the first place. And this came to me in a voice, my voice. The best person that gets me is my inner self and provides the best clarity in all things. Okay. The stronger the levels of underestimation got around me, the more the sense of challenge to do something greater grew within me. I had plans for myself. I wanted to create wealth. I wanted to create abundance. I wanted to create peace and prosperity that would resonate with my family. And I set a goal to get a promotion that would change my environment. And then after 167 job applications, it's sad, I know, but true, 160 job applications, I got not one, but 3 job offers, including a promotion and the opportunity to live closer to my dad here in Southeast Houston. The job was a perfect fit as it honored the patriots of my family who worked on the Panama Canal and the waters of the U.S. I now work with the Corps of Engineers, and in the Corps, the team is amazing. I love them without a shadow of a doubt. As I continue this concept of not settling, I finally figured out I was going through the motions in other areas of my life. Has anyone ever realized that they're going through the motions? Drop motions in the chat. I realized I had stopped believing. Remember, we talked about not dreaming big? I had stopped believing in my dreams to make a more significant impact with the talent God has given me, my gift of speech. I love to make people smile by the little things I say or would not say, given that my many facial expressions, I remember always hearing the phrase, fix your face. My mom could attest to that, yes? Fix your face, Charlene, when I was young, because my face was saying something, even though I wasn't saying anything. Through my career and life experience, I learned that communication involves many things. However, the thing I loved the most about communication was how it made someone feel. Can anyone guess the author of this? I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. That's right. Maya Angelou. I want to let you know she's my favorite author. And I want to be happy and desire for others to find the happiness as well. When I finally got my promotion after working in the boys club, I noticed that the only thing stopping me from achieving my dreams was me. The voice in my head would often tell me, stay here where it's easy. And, you don't have to worry about where your next paycheck is coming from. It was as if the paycheck to paycheck life was acceptable for an indistinct purpose, unless one went back into the workforce while in retirement. And I saw that those in retirement were not only living paycheck to paycheck, but on a budget that didn't surpass or align with the inevitable inflation that we see today. After going through my career-wise accomplishments, I have realized a few crucial details that I feel the need to share with my readers. As Black women, we were often taught to downplay our success and talents. This then results in most of us never taking the time to figure out what makes us unique. And to tell you the truth, I believe we're all born with a particular unique gift. When we are born, we are seen as a gift to the world. And somehow or somewhere along the way, that gets lost. As human beings, we are supposed to find our purpose. However, we never take the time to discover our hidden talents, which is what prompted me to write this book, right? How to leverage your voice and capitalize on your talents. Oprah Winfrey puts it best. Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. Are you focusing on what excites you, ladies and gentlemen? Trust me, there was not only one thing I wanted to do. It seemed as though I was trying to put myself in a box, right? Or letting the words of strangers lead me to believe I could only excel in one field of work. But you see, I was given talents, okay, that could have been great in various fields. However, I was entirely aware of the fact that due to my race and sex and age, the world was conditioned into not digesting the greatness I was capable of. We are not created without purpose, and any individual who makes you adopt a mindset that results in you experiencing inferiority is battling their own complexes. I have learned that through surviving corporate America and government culture, I have found the lessons and taken them in stride. One of the most important lessons I've learned is that our passions and desires are meant to shine and become a positive light for us to share as long as we are on this earth. Our passions are not meant to be a burden. If there are individuals around you who try to diminish your passions, they don't match your vibe. So I ask you, does your environment match your vibe? Through this book, I would like to spread awareness about how following your passion, okay, and your inner calling can lead us to a content and fulfilling life. It will introduce you to undiscovered avenues that will help you and align your vision with the thoughts and actions. Every individual, like I said, is unique, and so is their life purpose. We are given this life for a reason by the divine authority. We're supposed to find and fulfill our purpose for existence. This book will serve as a source of motivation for you to take some time to humbly find what fills your heart and fill your heart and soul with joy and excitement. Spend time with your soul as you rummage through the pages. Nurture it, harness it, find its purpose, because frankly, my dear, all that you are is valid and worth more than you can imagine. You see, I always believed that I was designed for greatness, so much so that I got a new perspective on life, and that is to learn to separate my internal thoughts from the opinions of others. It was and has always been up to me. I wasn't going to let anything get in my way or drift my thoughts away once I knew what was best for me. I choose to believe differently. I choose to believe that my worth, could not come from a mere promotion, okay? And that no amount of money could establish what I was worth. I am worth what I think I am worth. This means that no matter what I choose to do in this life, it will not be the opinions of others that help me to achieve my goals. It will be me. It is a journey, and I love every step of it, knowing that I am blessed and that it is okay to desire more. Your growth will no longer be stagnant, my friends. If you are determined to expand your thinking horizon, wherever you are currently is because you know there is some area in your life that you have settled on, and I want you to stop. You were designed for greatness, and it's time to get in alignment and discover your chosen path, because just as the sun rises, so will I. Another quote by Charlene Harry. So I would love if you would come off and unmute yourself and just amuse me for a bit, right? I want to hear you say, I want to hear you say, I am designed for greatness. Will you do that for me? Would you
Oh, yes.
please?
Yes, sister. I am designed for greatness and I am in the thick of it right now. I got people around me who are so uplifting. They're dolphins and they've been swimming with sharks, but now we're all dolphins swimming together in a pond.
Awesome. Awesome. Anyone else? Anyone else?
I am
Amen.
designed for greatness.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it. Thank you, Sharon. You are. I haven't forgot you. I got you, girl. Who else? Who else? I want to hear you. And if you can, let's do it all together. If we can, on a count of three, we're going to say it like a choir. All right. I'm directing a choir
Okay.
here. We're all going to say, I am designed for greatness. On a count of three, let me hear you unmute your mics and let's say it like a choir. I
am designed for greatness.
Greatness.
Let me tell y'all, I wish I had heard those voices when I was in those environments. Is why I talk about the voice so much. And I I just want to tell y'all, it doesn't stop with, the voice. Like I talked about, it's the first section of the book talks about getting in alignment. The next section talks about knowing your limits. And this third section talks about designing your program. You have to know how to get to your desired place. You have to know how to design your greatness. And it starts with knowing your worth, which is why I emphasize it so much, that no amount of money, no promotion, nothing can decide what it is you are worth besides you. And then you got to mind your mindfulness because of all the voices that you hear. Is it really yours? Is it really yours? What is your mind really saying? And then when you start hearing yourself, sometimes we are toxic to ourselves. Sometimes we are toxic to myself, which is why I love the chapter, Self Said What? And I have to catch myself and say, what did I just say? Even my husband would be like, there you go. Like sometimes we tend to say things that don't serve us. And so I talk about how to recognize what is your voice. What is your voice saying? And then the 15th chapter talks about facing the big F, the fears. And I wish she was on the line, but I don't see her. My girl, Janine White, she is an esthetician. And she is partnered with me, is also in part of this book. And thankfully, we are partnering together to do a book signing at her new store, because she has just opened up a day spa and an educational nook, and I'll be one of the featured authors there July 13th. So if you're in the Houston area, okay, bring your book so it can get signed. And let's have a good time, because the message will definitely be on how to stop settling in your self-care, how to take care of yourself, how to, just making sure you keep yourself first. And then, of course, empowering yourself for the future. So that, my friends, is the reveal for the first chapter. Now, you're all, like I said, are a part of the family now. We're part of the movement. I'll allow you guys an opportunity to share questions. If you have any questions for me as an author, they have those, you in a bookstore, or they're like, meet author, and then people want to ask them questions. So this is your opportunity to ask me some questions, but I just want to share that your reviews can guide fellow readers in discovering the magic of Stop Settling. When I tell you 3 years in the making, you don't understand. Like, I wanted to just stop, but we can't settle. We have to keep moving forward. And so I'm thankful that I accepted the call. Hey, JT, I'm so glad you joined the call. It's good to have you on the call. But yes, if you haven't already, you can leave a review. And even if you've just gotten the first chapter, listen, okay? If you've gotten the book, you can leave a review, okay? And if you need help, because like I said, I'm learning how to edit now. I'm becoming an expert now. So if you need any help, let me know. And if you've already posted a review, let me know, because sometimes it takes a while for it to go through. But that's how we can spread the movement. And I'd like to let you know why I'm so passionate about this movement. Can I share with you why I'm so passionate about this movement, ladies and gentlemen? Can I share with you? All right. Now, I hope you can hear it. So let me know if you can or cannot hear the sound in this.
If you're looking for an expert on career or professional development, then look no further than Charlene Harry.
Charlene Harry's passion and energy puts her head and shoulders above all of the other speakers that you'll see on the circuit. As a highly sought after speaker, this woman in engineering helps people to develop their soft skills.
Nobody lights it up like Charlene Harry, and she's going to show your students, and you if you're a professional, how to build the career that you want and amplify your voice, because you've heard of amazing voices like Whitney Houston, like Aretha Franklin, like Johnny Cash, or even Sam Smith.
Nobody is like Charlene Harry, and you'll see why in our next segment.
If you're ready to learn how to master your time, I need you to turn to your neighbor and say, hey, future time master. You gotta hear yourself. What is your voice saying that is your talent? What is your voice saying that this is what you should be doing.
I saw the power coming through her voice, the way that she approached us. We were on our toes, just listening to what else is she going to say.
I learned how to brag on myself because a lot of times it's hard to talk about yourself and just because you feel like you're being vain. And this presentation taught me that it's okay, that's what I'm supposed to do in order to like elevate, and it really helped me with my confidence.
Our guest today, Charlene, is going to show you how to amplify your voice. So Charlene, I'm curious, why do you focus on the voice? Are you a singer too?
So for me, what I love about these singers is that you can hear their voice. There's something strong that is impacting them. And I want to be able to help others, whether they are a singer or not, be able to hear their own voice and make the impact they want to make with their voice.
What do you do to help people with career development and talent management?
So what I do is workshops, and the workshops that I do are not mundane. They're very energetic, involving of the audience, and it's to help them assert and find their voice.
I understand the impact one desires to make and the harsh reality of feeling overlooked and undervalued as a woman in the STEM fields and as a first-generation graduate is a journey that can lead to complacency or worse, plunge one into undetected depression.
So what can people do who are struggling to showcase their strengths as an asset in the workplace? How can they go about that?
Well, I've developed my 3-step CAR method, which stands for clarity, actions, and receiving. And I believe that this method helps you leverage your voice and capitalize on your talent. It's outlined in my book, Co-Create with Confidence.
It's time to amplify our voices in the marketplace. And if this message aligns with your efforts to support students and employees, please book 15 with Charlene on LinkedIn or connect with me on www.charleneharryspeaks.com. Yay! Awesome. So are there any questions? I'll give you guys a moment. If you have any, you can unmute yourself and ask me any questions if you have any questions. I'd love to answer or just a conversation or a comment about what you heard in the first chapter. I love it too, Alexis. I can't wait. But I want to share with you the type of people that I partner with. Alexis is one of them, but I want to share if you're interested in knowing who I partner with. I did a video for one of them and I'd love to share it with you guys. Would you like to see that video I did for them? Would you like to see it?
Yes,
Yeah.
would love to.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all know I'm an engineer and I love me some STEM. So we're gonna I'm helping them.
Introducing the Aristocrat STEM and Health Sciences program. Imagine kickstarting your college experience with a 2-week immersive STEM and Health Sciences summer boot camp. During the first week, you'll master essential study techniques and strategies to excel in your academic pursuits. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to what past participants have to say.
The Aristocrats program has provided me with an insight of what to expect when I start college in the fall. It has also helped me improve my social skills as well as my learning skills.
The Aristocrats program is a great program because it helped me with my patience. It's a good college-bound experience for upcoming freshmen because it makes them step out their comfort zone, learn different ideas and skills and activities. It's going to better them as they embark on this new journey from high school to college.
In the second week, you'll dive into research rounds, exploring the diverse opportunities available at Jackson State University. But the benefits don't end there. Upon successful completion, you'll gain access to room and board, instructional materials, and college credit courses.
Greetings, future Tigers. When you become a participant of the Aristocrats STEM and Health Sciences program, you can experience campus life like never before. Together, we'll soar higher, dig deeper, and expand our minds.
And it doesn't stop there. Throughout the year, you'll receive ongoing support, including major specific meetings, leadership training, webinars, and educational tours. Don't miss this opportunity to join a community of scholars dedicated to excellence. Apply now and let your STEM and health sciences journey begin with the Aristocrats. Give it up, give it up. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, these schools are doing the thing. I met with Alexis and I was just like, wow, at what they're doing. And if you guys have not heard of TRIO programs, I want to be the voice for them and let them know as well. TRIO works. That is an awesome, phenomenal program for those that are first generation graduates. And you know, I don't want to put you on the spot, Mr. Stinson, but I would love for you to say something about it because I know you play a major role in that program, and I want to thank you guys for what you're doing in the background. You guys are doing a fantastic job, and if you wouldn't mind sharing what you guys do versus it coming from me, I would love to hear from you as well. But if not, no worries. So yes, that really is it in a nutshell. I'd love to answer any questions you have. Like I said, please leave a review so you can help spread the movement. And like I said, I will be doing a book signing. If you've been to Houston and you know where what's NASA, let me put my camera back on. NASA, if y'all know where NASA is in Houston, it'll be right not too far from NASA. So it's over there where her shop is. It's a spa, an educational nook, and a wind down suite. And like I said, we'll be celebrating self-care that day. And I'll be doing a book signing and we'll have some fun, y'all. When I say we're going to have some fun, we're going to have a good time. She really knows how to help people learn more about themselves and learn how to help them take care of themselves as an esthetician. And like I said, she's in chapter 15 of my book. So I'm super excited to be able to collaborate with her July 13th. So please mark your calendars and come on out and support. And it's time for me to share some gifts. So I think I see my sister invited. Chantel, are you here? We got to find out if it's real. Is it really you, Chantel? Did my sister invite you? If anybody else was invited by someone, please drop it in the chat who invited you to the book launch party, because they will be getting a signed copy of the Stop Settling, and I'll give you guys a digital copy for your perusal. So I think, Chantel, you got your hand raised? Oh, girl, go on. If you want to speak, y'all, raise your hand. Let me unmute the mic. Can you unmute the mic?
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for showing up today. How did you like it?
Thank you for having me. I loved it. It really hit some points that is near and dear to my heart, and this is really great.
I appreciate it. I'm glad that it resonates with you. And this is what I want to share with everybody, something that's on your heart, it's been there for a minute. It's something that you got to get out. It's a part of your story. And I want to help you be able to articulate that in some shape or fashion. So if there's anybody else that wants to say a word or what touched them or what they felt about the first chapter reveal, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I'd also like to share that you can get a signed copy. Yes, you can get a signed copy through my website, charleneharryspeaks.com, or you can go here. I think I can click on this link and tell you what it looks like. So here I have physical copies of the book. So this will be the hard copy, as well as the hard copy is 40, the paper copy is 20, and then this one, if you get it 20 on my site, I think it's more on Amazon. So if you want a signed copy, go to my website. Just give me a little tip there. And then we have the digital copies are also signed for $10 on charleneharryspeaks.com on this company website right here. And then if you didn't know, like I said, I have this digital companion on how to stay empowered on a daily basis. Okay. So I offer that as well. But I just wanted to let you guys know where you can go and let you know Chantel and my sister will be receiving the gifts today. But that's not all. I love to give out some more gifts. So let me tell you how I can do that. But before I do, I have to say this. If you haven't heard me say it enough, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a review, right? So if you want to take this time to write me a review, please write me a review. Or you can email me what resonated with you if you don't want to, put it out there. Some people are very personal, and that's okay. So I want to know what you guys think about the book. I didn't write this for myself. I wrote this so that it inspired others to not settle. And I love it if you while you're reading it, something speaks to you. If you could tag me on social media at charleneharryspeaks.com for Instagram, or see Mrs. Harry, that's I married see Mrs. Harry on Facebook. And if you grab a digital copy and write a review, if you write a review and leave a review on Amazon, send it to me, because like I said, sometimes it doesn't always go through. There's been issues. Let me know so I can give you a digital signed copy. And if you do it with a picture, because the pictures really help, promote and get it out there. So if you do it with a picture of the book, or you holding it or something like that, I will give you a signed copy of Co-Create with Confidence as a thank you, in addition to your repertoire of books to read. Awesome. Let's see, we're running. Okay, like I said, I do want to give away a $25 gift card, and here's how it works. If you know of someone, right, that is hiring people to speak, that will allow me to share this message on not to settle and to recognize that they were designed for greatness, I'm giving out $25 to $50 gift cards if you share with them or share with me your contacts. So if you share with me a minimum of 3 or up to 10, you can get a gift card for $25 to $30, $50. And I am no joke. The first time I did my book launch, my girl who's an author as well, she gave me like 8 names, and she got her gift card. And she was like, we're serious. Yes, I am serious, because it's about sharing this knowledge and sharing this inspiration that has come not from me, but from above, to inspire those to be able to stand and hear their own voice and what it is that they want to do. So if that's you, please share with me those people via email and CC me on it, so that I can make sure you get your gift card, because I will give you an electronic gift card to Amazon. And then if you'd like to leave me a review on what you thought of this book launch, I would greatly appreciate it. I believe that feedback is the champion of feedback is the breakfast of champions, as I've heard before. And I really do believe that that is how we grow and evolve. And so if you would do me the favor to write me a review on just this book party, I would appreciate it. And if you do, you will get a, I think it's five tips to live your best life. The one I talked about, my first ever book on talking about how you shouldn't stop your daydream, and what you should do. It's just 5 tips to live your best life. Once you complete the 2-minute survey, you'll get that. Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll give you guys a minute or two to fill that out, and then I'll come back on and share one last word with you all and see if there are any questions, because I am here to talk about how we can celebrate one another and not settle. So if you want to raise your hand or speak, or you're just filling out the survey, no worries. Thank you. And Summer, oh girl, I need you to come off mute. Okay. So Summer, is she still on the line?
Hi, Charlene.
There's my girl. Y'all, Summer and I go way back. Like, I graduated Lehigh. So good to have you on the call. Please share your thoughts on what you thought. And
Absolutely. This is beautiful. I'm so proud of you. This is so awesome. And girl, you are just the same as you were in 1995. This is awesome. I'm excited to read it. I'm excited to see how this launches for you. This is awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, yes. It's nice that we can reconnect. Thank you so much. Hey, Miriam, thank you so much for showing up again. My troopers here. Sharon has been here before. Miriam's been here before. Alexis has been here. Shout out to you guys. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be with me today to celebrate this last virtual book launch. And again, if you guys are in the Houston area, please, 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 let's join forces and work on our self-care, which is most important. I want to give a shout out to Mental Health Awareness is this month. And so I want to make sure that you are shifting your focus on what it is you need to do to stay mentally healthy, in addition to physically healthy. So it's right at 6:59. I'm very conscious of your time, as I do talks on time management, so I have to be, right? I would love, Bolton, if you would like to say something about Trio, it's still an opportunity, because I love Trio. Trio really does work. But if not, no worries. But I would like to
Did you say something? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't want to stop you because you kept on going.
Go ahead, Alexis. Something about
But,
trio. I love me some trio.
but basically, Trio is a program it starts serving middle school students up to college students. So, Talent Search is the middle school program. Upper Bound is high school, and McNair is the research component of Trio. That's for college undergrad students, and Student Support Services serves college students that are not interested in research, but they are first generation college students that need assistance. And some of the services we provide is academic advising, career path counseling, and I recently had Miss Harry come do a orientation workshop in January, and the students really, really love her. And basically, what your first chapter is really what you talked about to them in their workshop, and they took away a lot of key factors and are applying it in their at school at Jackson State, or well, they graduate by now. So I'm excited to have you back again in the fall.
Yes, I can't wait. Listen, y'all, if this is your first time learning about Trio, because like I said, I am a first generation graduate, and had it not been for Odell, I would not have known that. Okay. But I need you, if this is your first time, to drop Trio Works in the chat, because Trio does work, and we need to get the word out for those that may not know it is available in the communities that need it. So if you've never heard of it, drop Trio Works in the chat, and that will just warm my heart. Okay. And if you're in the Jackson, Mississippi area, and you have family there, I'm going to encourage you to encourage those that are there to check out Trio at Jackson State Mississippi University, because they are doing the thing, y'all. They are equipping our students, and they're going to make a difference. So I'm just, like I said, really excited about Trio. And it's 2 minutes after 7. We're going to wrap this up. That's right, JT. That's right, Bolton. That's right. It works. We're going to wrap this up. So how are we going to wrap this up? You're going to do it the way I do it. All right, we're going to unmute ourselves, and we're going to say Charlene's quote, right? We're going to say it together. We're going to say, just as the sun rises, so will I. Okay? So I'm going to need you to unmute yourself. Okay? Get your glass again. And I'm going to need you to say, just as the sun rises, so will I. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to close out this party?
Yes.
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 Ain't no party like a Charlene party. I'm just playing. Okay, so y'all got your glasses? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Just
Just as the sun rises, will I.
All right, so I'm not a choir director, but y'all get it. All right, thank you. Thank you. That's all I want to say. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you. So y'all have a wonderful evening. Summer, please stay in touch.